Alright, so this will be a tutorial on how to make a simple app. This is an app game I came up with. The process begins by making the sprite. The sprite is the figure that you move around on the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to search up the piscolapp.com. It's a free online sprite editor. It allows you to make kind of 64-bit sprites for free. Then you just download them to your computer. We're going to start with a rock sprite. It's going to kind of outline the shape of a rock. Alright, once you have your shape outlined, you're going to go to the paint bucket tool. We're going to paint the base of the rock kind of dark brown. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add a secondary color to add some depth. So what we're going to do is click on pen tool, go up to pen size. I usually flick it up to 2 square pixels. Go down, pick a secondary color, and kind of paint around the edges in it. Just basically wherever you want to add a bit of definition. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make it rotate. If you go over here and click here, you can duplicate the slide. Go over to transform, click rotate. We're going to do this until we have 4 frames. And these 4 frames will basically set it into a full rotation. What we're going to do next is we need to resize it. So we're going to resize it to 64 bits. I click, when you originally start up, this will not be activated. So what you need to do is you need to check resize canvas content. This way your sprite actually changes size as you change the size of the canvas. So now what we're going to do is we're going to export, download it as a GIF, go up, and you just got to save image. Here. Save as rock. So we're going to say this is rock. Save. We're going to replace. Alright, so now that's saved so you can add it in later to your app. What we're going to do next, we're going to make just a simple little stick figure. For this, we're going to use the stroke tool. Stroke tool is pretty simple. You click on one point and you move it across the board, it'll make a straight line. So it's pretty useful. So there's legs, one arm, and 2 arms. Just gonna make one big pixel for the head, small one for the neck. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make him just kind of scoot side to side. So you duplicate it, click on this. This is the move tool. Move it, 1 to the right. Duplicate, 1 to the left. So this way it kind of looks like he's shaking side to side. Again, we're going to resize this. We're going to resize this one to 64 bits. Size. Now we need to export. We're going to export it as a GIF. Again, go up here, hold, save image. Make sure you name it something that you'll remember. So I'm just going to name it man. Save. Go back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make the backdrop for that. For this, we're going to start by turning the whole canvas into a dark brown. We're going to try and make it look like he's in a cave. So change it to a dark brown. Now I'm going to use the stroke tool. We're going to set up kind of a ground area here on the bottom. Alright. Now we're going to paint the stuff inside this ground area to a different color. Put there as a starting point. Maybe make it a bit more definition than that. Maybe a bit lighter. Yeah. So now I'm going to add a bit of definition down there by clicking on yet another shade. making a couple lines through. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to add some what looks like kind of loose rock or stalagmites up here. Make it look kind of jagged. Yeah, and paint that. Add a second color to add some definition to that as well. If you want to go for kind of a pattern, you can use the dithering tool. Right now it's the gotta choose secondary color as well. When you're using the dithering tool, so you choose basically 2 shades of brown. Make sure they're different. So I'll give you kind of a checker pattern if you want it. Go ahead and try to do that to this whole thing. Increase the size of our pixel, make it a bit easier. Go through and clean up with just the 1 pixel tool. Alright, so now final step of this is we're going to just have that, clean up a bit. You'll want to go back to the pen tool for this. Alright. Okay. So that's going to be our background. We're going to export this. Again, down as a GIF. Stamp page. What we're going to want to do first is we're going to want to resize this. Because currently it's the same size as our other ones. We're going to resize this. I'm going to go to 300 pixels by 300 pixels. Resize. It makes it quite a bit bigger. We're going to export. Download as a GIF. Save image. I'm going to save this as backdrop. And that is the first step of making the app.